Ignoring the chuckles, Doc continued, "Are those planets off at the edge of nowhere? The planets of another star many light years away?" His voice was gentle now. His thick glasses seemed to beam benignly. "No, they're not that," the ramrod said. "Why, I visited Arletta just a week ago, and the trip only took 2 days." Doc was not to be diverted. "Are they tiny little planets that are hiding behind the sun or the moon or perhaps Jupiter, in a sort of permanent eclipse, like people hiding behind trees in a forest?" "No, they're not that either," the ramrod asserted, squaring his shoulders afresh, but nevertheless beginning to sound a shade defensive. "They don't hide behind anybody's skirts, not them. They're just out there, and they're big, you can bet, as big as Earth. I've visited 6 of them." "Humph," Doc grunted. "Are they, by any chance, planets that are concealed in hyperspace and that pop out conveniently once in a blue moon, say, when you come visiting?" Now it was Doc who was getting the chuckles, though he ignored those, too. "You're being negativistic," the ramrod said accusingly, "and a darn sight too theoretical. Those other planets are just out there, I tell you." "Well, if they're just out there," Doc roared softly, "why can't we just see them?" His head was thrown back in triumph. Or perhaps it was only that his glasses had slipped down his nose a bit. There was quite a pause. Then, "Black negativistic," the ramrod amended loftily. "Be a waste of time to tell you how some planets have invisibility screens to make starlight curve around them. I don't care to talk to you any longer." "Let me make my position clear," Doc said hotly, addressing the whole audience. "I am willing to consider any idea whatsoever, even that there's an alien planet lurking in our solar system. But I want some hint of a rational explanation, even if it's that the planet exists in hyperspace. I give Charles Fulby," he waved toward the ramrod, "a fractional plus score for his screens notion." He subsided, breathing victoriously. The little man took this opportunity to pop up from beside the big dog Ragnarok, at the end of the front row, and say, "Only 10 minutes left. I know this argument is interesting, but keep watching, please. Remember, we're first and foremost saucer students. Flying planets are exciting, but just one little saucer, witnessed by a whole symposium, would be a real triumph for us. Thank you." Asa Holcomb had been blinking his flashlight toward town from the mesa top near the Superstition Mountains. After all, he was supposed to try to save his own life. But now, growing tired of that duty, he looked up again at the stars, diamond bright during the full eclipse, and he named them without effort, and then lost himself once more in the earth-shadowed moon, standing there in the foreground like some great Hopi emblem hammered out of age-blackened silver. There was always something new to be seen in the unchanging night sky. He could easily lie here and watch all night without a moment of boredom. But the weakness and the strangeness were growing greater, and the rock beneath him had become very cold.